Check, check. Hello everyone and welcome back to Jerry Matthews Court on the campus of Stockton University. My name is Eric Brett, here to take you along in this men's basketball matchup between the Stockton Ospreys and Rutgers-Newark. It's the Rutgers-Newark Scarlet Raiders, that is. And so first from the Ospreys, they come into this matchup 6-1. They're 2-1 overall in the conference, which puts them at number 4 currently, behind Kane, Rowan, and Montclair State. They're 2-1 at home this season, and they're riding a 3-game winning streak they hope to continue here tonight. They beat Ramapo on Saturday 76-72 in Mahwah, New Jersey. It's the leading scorer for the Ospreys, and the reigning NJAC Player of the Week, it was DJ Campbell with 27 points, 2 rebounds, 1 block, 5 steals, while shooting 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point land, and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. As for Rutgers-Newark, they come in 1-6. They've been struggling to start off the season, looking to turn it around here tonight. Also looking for their first conference win as they come in 0-2 in the conference, currently putting them at number 9, Rutgers-Camden, who played here a week ago, only team below Rutgers-Newark in the NJAC standings. Both teams still haven't won a game in the NJAC. Rutgers-Newark on a four-game losing streak. They are 1-6 on the road. Yes, 1-6, and their record is 1-6, meaning that they have had no home games yet. Here this year, they're going to have a heavy home game loaded back half of the schedule for this year. And they lost to the number 1 team in the NJAC, which is Kane currently. They lost to them on Saturday in Union, New Jersey, 74-58. It was Eli Camacho with 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 4 of 5 from the field, and 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, leading the Scarlet Raiders in that one. And we are just about set for the tip. Stockton is 63-9 all-time versus Rutgers-Newark. And to start their matchup, which was in 1983, was the first meeting between these two NJAC opponents. From 1983 to 2000, Ospreys rattled off 30 straight wins against Rutgers-Newark. And since then, of course, Ospreys adding another 35 to Rutgers-Newark's 9. So we are just about set to start here. Taking the tip is going to be Jonathan Azoro for the Ospreys. He's coming in at 6'5", and for Scarlet Raiders, it's Kelvin Marshall coming in at 6'5" as well. It's won by the Ospreys, and now here's reigning NJAC Player of the Week, DJ Campbell, as he gives it up. Last game against, or the last home game, as first one's off, rebounded by Dawkins. Last home game for the Ospreys, it was Kion Flanders hitting a career milestone and 1,000 points scored collegiately. It was the first few seconds of the game that it happened. He tries to get some early magic started here. That one doesn't go. Coming back the other way now is Shahid Jenkins-Floyd. Now giving it up to Levi Holton. And blocked by Azoro. That was Tony Godwin driving in. Now here's Campbell driving in. Throws up the shot. That one gets blocked by Kelvin Marshall. Ball still bouted around. Kelvin Marshall with the rebound. Real nice defense there from Scarlet Raiders. And that's going to be Jenkins-Floyd all alone. He misses that one. Freshman out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Now here's Dawkins. Finds Campbell. Campbell from deep. That's about his range, believe it or not. And that one's off, but Azuro with the offensive rebound. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. He was hoping for a foul. Interesting piece of information I gathered in the pregame looking at these two teams. Just literally looking at the Rutgers-Newark team. They are a much bigger team, it seems, than the Ospreys. That doesn't mean a whole lot, of course. They are 1-6. But as I looked on their roster, they have 10 players over. It's either 6'3" or over, compared to the Ospreys' 5 players in that category. So we'll see if length has a contributing factor to the outcome of this tonight. 3 by Levi Holton goes. Sophomore out of Patterson, New Jersey gets that one. And he's on the board with 3. Second on the team in points per game at 7.7. Not a very, no individual on this team for Rutgers-Newark is a very high scoring player on average. But they definitely spread the wealth around quite a lot as Randall Lawrence gets the floater to go. They definitely spread the wealth around. That is for sure. Got about almost every player on the bench sees time. And not only in blowouts, I mean. So about 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes off the clock. A nice backdoor by Levi Holton. An even better look to find him. That was Tony Godwin. And it is 5-2. Rutgers-Newark out on top early. Same thing we saw. This is Jenkins Floyd coming up with the steal. Rhino Lawrence going to get called with the foul. Real nice work there by Shahid Jenkins Floyd. Getting his hand in that passing lane. He's first on the team in steals per game at 2.4. You saw it why right there. And now he'll go to the line. Something a little troubling, though. He's only 29% free throw shooter. I really hope that I got that stat wrong. I don't think so, though. He's definitely had his struggles at the line to start the season. You wouldn't bat an eye if that was a 3-point percentage for the year, but free throws obviously want to be a little better than that as he gets the first to go. And it'll be Martin Angelov coming off the bench as DJ Campbell takes a seat. Angelov's had a nice start to his year. He is tied for second on the team in points per game at 12.1 as Jenkins Floyd gets 2 of 2 there. And he's also, this is Angelov, 12.1 points per game, second on the team, 52% from the field and 49% from three-point land. And let me tell you, he hoists up a good amount of those. So for him to be 49%, that's a really good shooting clip for Angelov. As Lawrence tries to send it into the corner for Angelov, and it was Holton right there for the Scarlet Raiders. You can already tell the intensity in this gym just in the first, not even 5 minutes. This is going to be a good matchup. Last matchup between these two were good. And that last matchup was February 12th earlier this year in 2022. Stockton won by 3 points. They've won the last 6 meetings, trying to make it 7 tonight. But in that one, it was DJ Campbell with 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 5 for 18 from field goal range. And that's Cadian Dawkins with a nice shot as the time expired. And as for the Scarlet Raiders in that one, it was Levi Holton leading the way with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, shooting 1 of 6 from three-point land. And a 3-point win for the Ospreys in that one. We'll see what happens here tonight. Definitely looks, in the early stages of this, definitely looks like it could come down to the wire. Jumper does not go. That one's off from Travis Miles, sophomore out of Clifton, New Jersey. And now we'll see the freshman Tavon Gaither set to check in for the Ospreys. He's been pretty good this year as well. And there's a Zorro getting some pressure from Kelvin Marshall over the top, but able to evade it. Luckily for Marshall, the foul wasn't called. And now we'll see Jenkins Floyd with Kion Flanders defending him. Really good defender in Kion Flanders. Offensive foul, and that'll go back to the Ospreys. And we'll see Gaither check in for Zorro. Also, we will see Tyrone Bowens, senior out of Union, New Jersey, check in for Kelvin Marshall. So Bowens in for the first time. He definitely brings some length. He's 6'8". Going to be going up against the young Tavon Gaither, coming in at 6'5". And Flanders now hits Angelov. Back to Flanders. Flanders jab step, gets in the middle, and a lefty floater. They're going to get an offensive foul here. Flanders, such a great player at drawing charges, gets called for one there. And it's going to be the first foul for Kion Flanders. Now he'll take a seat along with Rynell Lawrence as Jamar Johnson and DJ Campbell check in. 7-6, Rutgers-Newark on top, 15:23 to go in the first half. Eric Brett's here with you. So a good game in the women's matchup just moments ago between Rutgers-Newark and Stockton. It was Stockton who won 51-45, 6-point win for them, but came down to the last few moments for them to pull that win out. Looking for the same type of game here for the men's. Strong take from Tony Godwin right there. Junior out of North Plainfield, New Jersey. Gaither. That one doesn't go. Bowens tried tipping it out. It was smallest guy on the court, Jamar Johnson, coming up with it, and Gaither going to get sent to the line. I believe they're going to get Bowens with this. Yep. Tyrone Bowens going to get his first foul. And he gets the first to go. Gaither, a 50% free throw shooter on the year. Freshman out of Lenape. He's started a few games for the Ospreys. He's come off the bench in recent games. But head coach Scott Bittner really likes the physicality and the assertiveness that Tavon Gaither plays with. Probably the reason why he gets as much playing time as a freshman as he does. Also doesn't hurt that he's 6'5" and jacked. And now here's Jenkins Floyd. Giving it up to Tony Godwin. Godwin with Flanders, or excuse me, with Dawkins covering him. That's a tough layup. Gets it to go. 4th point for Godwin. Angelov for 3. That's good. And by the way, you heard that bench roar trying to get him off his game. They know Angelov is a threat from deep. She goes 1 for 1 right there from beyond the arc. And it is now tied at 11. That's the kind of spark he brings off the bench for the Ospreys. So now Flanders will get set to check back in. Nice work by Jamar Johnson coming over. They're going to get him on the shooting foul afterward. Johnson coming off the bench, and he is 3rd on the team in steals. He's not lighting up the scoreboard as far as points go, but he is one of those guys that'll do everything you want as a coach. Play hard, he's aggressive, he's quick. And we'll see Flanders come back in. It'll be Katie and Dawkins take a seat. That might be due to the fact that the Ospreys might be going with a little matchup change right there. You saw Dawkins was on Godwin. A little mismatch there, so Ospreys coming back the other way, 13-11 after the 2 free throws, and Angelov once again, that'll go. That's only a 2 though. Only 2, so he got his foot on the line. Jenkins Floyd trying to shake Johnson, proven to be tough. Tied up at 13. Holton gets it to Bowens. Bowens back to Holton, drives, no good. Rebound right there. That's number 24, Travis Miles. 3rd on the team in points per game is Travis Miles. And what you saw right there, he's 3rd on the team in rebounds per game. Really nice rebound from Miles. He adds an element of length to the floor for sure for Rutgers-Newark. Now Angelov working on Holton. Gets the pivot foot. Oh, that pivot move was really nice. He just couldn't get the finish. Now here's Jenkins-Floyd. 6.5 points per game for him, shooting 41% from the field. Now Bowens back to Jenkins-Floyd. Trying to find Holton in the post against Angelov, and Angelov's going to pick one up there. It's his first. Fourth team foul on Stockton. And Azoro going to check back in for Gaither, as Holton will take a seat. Coming in for him is Aniz Rahim, sophomore out of Union, New Jersey. And that one taken by Campbell. Campbell going to pull up for three. And that's off. He's 0 for 2 now from beyond the arc. Rare for a guy like Campbell. But those at the end of the game, they will fall. Shot from outside, doesn't go. Rebounded by Azoro. Johnson gets it up to Angelov. Angelov being covered by Bowens. That's a mismatch. Gets it out to Flanders. Flanders for three, and that one's just a little too strong. Campbell with the offensive rebound, and that's going to go off of Jenkins-Floyd on the poke. As it's going to be Katie and Dawkins checking in for Jamar Johnson. And it's going to be Jordan Salisbury, senior out of North Brunswick, New Jersey, checking in for Tony Godwin. Godwin's had a nice start to this. 4 points, 2 of 4 shooting, and an assist. Now here's Campbell. Driving. Azoro offensive rebound. And they'll count it. Jonathan Azoro with the and one opportunity. We're tied at 15 here. Azoro's 4th point of the game. Looking to make it 5 with the free throw. And now it'll be Angelov to take a seat. Right now Lawrence, who started the game for the Ospreys, he'll check back in. And now here's Azoro, 71% free throw shooter. And he gets that one. 5 points for Jonathan Azoro. Now here's Jenkins-Floyd. Ospreys have taken the lead 16 to 15. Now up top, that's Rahim, doesn't go. Rebounded by Lawrence. Gets it up to Flanders. Flanders now on the move with Bowens defending him. He could probably take him off the dribble if he wanted to. Gets the double. We'll see the zone, by the way. Or it looked like a zone, maybe not. Lawrence outside. That'll go. Right now, Lawrence now 2 of 10 from beyond the arc to start the season. It's been a struggle for him, but he is persistent. So he gets that one to go and is now a 4-point lead for the Ospreys. Another shot from Rahim. That one bricks off the backboard. Lawrence with the rebound. Campbell gets it to Azoro. Azoro gets it again. He's got 7 now. And a quick timeout by Rutgers-Newark head coach. It'll be a 30-second timeout, and the Ospreys now up 21 to 15. Really nice job there. They're shooting 44% from the field compared to 39% for Rutgers-Newark. It's been a good start for Scott Bittner and his boys. And the offensive rebounds have definitely been something to look at. The Ospreys got 5 of those, compared to 1 for Rutgers-Newark. And it's Jonathan Azoro leading the team in points right now. 7 points, 3 of 4 from field goal range, and 1 of 1 from the stripe. While also adding in 3 rebounds and that monstrous block just earlier. For Rutgers-Newark, it's Holton with 7 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. 2 of 2 from the line, and adding in a rebound. So we'll see. This is number 10 Shaheed Jenkins-Floyd playing point. And that one off the hands of Jordan Salisbury. It's going back the other way. Not sure what they're going to call here. I think they're just going to get him for a little interference, I guess. Really not sure, if I'm being honest. Nice crowd on hand tonight. We see the battle between the Ospreys and Rutgers-Newark. Ospreys number 4 in the conference. Rutgers-Newark number 9, still looking for their first win in conference. I got a short stoppage of play here. I'm really not sure about what. I think they're trying to clarify what the foul, whose foul it was. Holton back up to Jenkins-Floyd. 6 on the shot clock. Gets it out to Tony Godwin. Campbell covering him, takes a stumble, throws it up, and that won't go. Shot clock violation, good defense by DJ Campbell as Tony Godwin comes up looking for a call. He won't get it. Definitely could have been a call assessed right there by the referees. They chose to swallow the whistles on that one, and we're just about halfway through the first half here in Galloway, New Jersey. Ospreys up 21-15, led by big man Jonathan Azoro up to this point. Campbell inside, that'll go. Reigning NJAC Player of the Week, DJ Campbell, looking well. And getting the easy bucket there as Milo De Los Santos sets check in for the first time for Stockton. Salisbury gets it in to Bowens. Bowens cross court to Jenkins-Floyd. A little shimmy move by him. Sends it up to Tony Godwin. Sends it inside for Salisbury, and that's really great ball movement right there from Rutgers-Newark. No one holding the ball too long, getting that thing moving, and more importantly, getting the defense moving. Now here's Dawkins. Campbell from deep, and that one's off as well. Salisbury with a nice rebound. Jenkins-Floyd will slow it up. (23-17). Now Bowens getting the double from Flanders. Kicks it out to Jenkins-Floyd. He drives in. Shot won't go, and eventually it's corralled by Flanders. Lawrence gives it up to Campbell. Campbell driving in. Little contact on him. Gets it into Azoro. Azoro takes the contact and tried to get another and one opportunity, but that one won't go. And along with Milo De Los Santos, we'll see 6'9" forward out of Pennsville, New Jersey. The junior, Charles Sapp. He's gotten some quality minutes beginning of this season for the Ospreys. So now we'll get 3 guys from Stockton, 3 guys from Rutgers-Newark. And Azoro gets it to go. So it's going to be Kelvin Marshall, Russell Ayala, and I believe that was also Travis Miles checking back in. That was for Rutgers-Newark. As for the Ospreys, so Jamar Johnson checking in along with De Los Santos, and now Charles Sapp for the shooter Azoro. So we'll see what Sapp could do. He's been a good defensive player. He's had a little trouble with the fouls, but last game we saw him right here at Jerry Matthews Court. He had a very nice outing against Rutgers-Camden. Marshall gets it to Miles, who gets it right back to him. Marshall inside on Sapp. Sapp not giving an inch. And Ayala gets the baseline jumper to go. And he's on the board. It's now 25-19. Now here's Johnson. De Los Santos. Dawkins in the corner. Back up top to Johnson. Trying to drive in on Ayala. Kicks it out to Dawkins. That's well short of the basket. Rebound, and that was taken in by Travis Miles. It's a tough fall for Miles and Rhino Lawrence. Lawrence, the player, trying to steal that one away. He comes up a bit shaken up. And Angelov will come in for him. So we'll see, make sure Rhino Lawrence is all right. And yeah, I'm really not too sure what Rutgers-Newark's doing. It wasn't a timeout. They're in the huddle like it was. 25-19. 7:42 to go. And Ayala now with the ball. Jamar Johnson covering him. Now we'll see Rhino Lawrence running into the locker room, it looks like, with the team's manager. And there's Miles, strong take. It's going to be on the floor. Not sure who the foul's going to go against. And that will go against Milo De Los Santos. So it's going to be Travis Miles, the sophomore forward out of Clifton, New Jersey. He gets the first one to go. And second one as well. 7:25 on the clock, 4-point game. That's Miles' fourth point. And now we'll see the star of the team, DJ Campbell, checking back in. And nice defense there from Rutgers-Newark, causing the turnover. Ayala with a clean pass to Holton, and Holton with the Euro step finish. 2-point game now as Levi Holton up to 9 points. Now we see the 3-2 zone, or it might be the 1-3-1 from Rutgers-Newark, and Jamar Johnson dribbles that one off his foot. And so Campbell will come in for him. We'll see if this zone by Rutgers-Newark remains to halt the Osprey offense the way that it has. Ayala now with Angelov tightly guarding him. Stunner move, gets in the lane, throws it up, doesn't go. Good work by Sapp on the box out. Now it was Angelov. He's already 2 for 2. Excuse me, 1 for 1 from beyond the arc. I forgot the other one was a 2-pointer. And De Los Santos off the mark with that one. Now here's Godwin. Gonna take the 3, and that's good. Tony Godwin now 1 of 2 from beyond the arc with 6:10 to go in the first half. Rutgers-Newark back on top, 26-25. It is a 30-second timeout. I believe it was called by the Ospreys. It's been a really good night shooting the ball all around for both sides, really. 45% shooting from the field for Rutgers-Newark in this first half, and 41% for the Ospreys. Both teams shooting 100% from the free throw line. It's something you like seeing. And a really tight game. And there's a glimpse that I saw of Rhino Lawrence running back into the locker room real quick. Glad to say that he is back on the bench, as he took a hard collision with Travis Miles earlier. Miles was able to stay in the game, but Rhino Lawrence was not. So here's Cadian Dawkins for the Ospreys, third on the team in points per game at 7.9. Dawkins gives it up to Angelov. They're back to man-to-man. Angelov thought he gave it up. Almost did. Now hits Dawkins, threading the needle. Dawkins going inside, and that's going to be a charge on Cadian Dawkins. Good work by Kelvin Marshall. And now Rhino Lawrence will check in for Katie and Dawkins. Head coach Scott Bittner is livid on that sideline, giving an earful to the referee. He did not like that call. And it will now be number 11, Russell Ayala. Looks like he'll take it up if he's able to get it inbounds. A little help coming from Kelvin Marshall, but Ayala no trouble there. 1 point game. Rutgers-Newark back on top after the Ospreys led for a little while. Tony Godwin. That one stolen by Roundman Lawrence. Lawrence. He'll get fouled. And he'll take a stumble. I'm glad he gets up with a smile, but that was a dangerous fall from Rhino Lawrence. That is going to go on Russell Ayala. As he talks to the ref, I think he thought that Lawrence might have thrown a forearm into him a little bit, as I believe what I'm gathering from that little conversation. Lawrence at the line. Gets the first to go. He missed the first few games of the season. Unknown reasons, but came back. He's averaging 4 points a game, shooting 31%. Shooting 83% from the free throw line. He's been very efficient, and of course, starting the game tonight. Usually they have Gaither in there. They usually switch out Lawrence and Gaither. Or maybe they throw Angelov in there sometimes, but Lawrence has gotten the starting role the past few games. Kelvin Marshall now gives it up to Godwin. Now over to Miles. Lawrence covering him. 5 minutes to go in the half. Holton back to Tony Godwin with 8 on the clock. Godwin from 3. That one bricked off the backboard. Rebounded by Azoro. Lawrence coming the other way. Hits Angelov. Little lob inside to Azoro. Now here's Campbell with the jumper. That'll go. DJ Campbell now 2 for 8 from the field. He's had a struggle to start the game. Still 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, which is definitely not something you see every day from him. Kelvin Marshall gets that one tapped away by Lawrence. Now Flanders gets the loose ball off the ground. Beautiful bounce pass to Angelov, and he finishes that at the other end. It's now up to 5 points is the lead for the Ospreys. They've rattled off 6 straight. And a timeout from Rutgers-Newark, as there's some life now in the Osprey bench. So with 4:12 to go, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Ospreys up 31-26. Real nice job from Travis Miles of Rutgers-Newark. He's got 4 points, shooting 1 of 3. More importantly, he's got 5 bounds, and he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. As for the Ospreys, it is Jonathan Azoro still leading the way in points at 9, shooting 3 of 4 from the field and 3 of 3 at the free throw line, while adding in 4 rebounds and a block to go along with it. So it's going to be a side out for Shahid Jenkins-Floyd right in front of the Osprey bench. We'll see what Rutgers-Newark draws up out of the timeout. Jenkins-Floyd now with it. Gets it to Godwin. Back up to Jenkins-Floyd. 4 minutes on the clock in the first half. Here's Travis Miles. Lawrence guarding him. He'll pull up from the free throw line. That one's short. Tony Godwin with a nice rebound. Shot clock resets. And they'll work their offense once again. Here's Godwin at the elbow. Working on Campbell, and that's a real strong take from Tony Godwin. Probably could have gotten a foul called right there, but referees decide against it. It's 31-28. Godwin with 9 points now. Back to the zone. And an offensive charge on Rhinell Lawrence. Right off the pass, they must have thrown a shoulder into Kelvin Marshall. Marshall, second drawn charge here tonight. And we'll see Lawrence take a seat. Dawkins check back in. That's Lawrence's third foul. So 3 in the first half will definitely get you a spot right next to the coach on the bench. Shaheed Jenkins Floyd. And now here's Godwin. 19 on the shot clock. Still plenty of time to work with. DJ Campbell guarding him. Jenkins Floyd. Inside to Kelvin Marshall, and that gets blocked by Azoro. Angelov with the rebound gets poked out. Azoro with a beautiful fake and one. Jonathan Azoro gets back to the line once again. What a magnificent play. Not only the block at the other end, but then the gather after Angelov had it poked away, and the behind the back. Wow is right. That's all you could say. And I thought there was a chance that he was going to throw that one down. Elects to go with the safer option of just laying it up and gets the call to go. He's now at 11. First player in double digits for either side. And Azoro shooting his 4th free throw of the night. And he is perfect. So Jonathan Azoro, he's now got 12 points. 12 points in the game. Shooting 4 for 5 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds along with 2 blocks. That one doesn't go for Kelvin Marshall. Dawkins back the other way now. He's got Flanders, and he gets fouled from behind by Kelvin Marshall. That's his second. So now we will see Tyrone Bowens. So he'll come in for the center. It's Kelvin Marshall. And the big 6'8" center, Tyrone Bowens, checking back in. He didn't have a huge impact the first time on the floor, but defensively he was pretty good. Azoro's guarding him. That's going to be a different matchup than the last time he was out on the floor against the freshman Tavon Gaither. Now here's Holton driving in. Circus shot doesn't go. Azoro with the rebound. Flanders now. They got numbers if they push it. Flanders, beautiful move, gets to the rim and finishes with the left. Textbook work by Kion Flanders right there. Checking to make sure the defender wasn't coming up behind him for the steal. And once again, another timeout from Rutgers-Newark. And we'll see. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. So with 1:46 to go in the first half, both teams in the bonus now. It is 36-28 with Jonathan Azoro leading all scorers with 12 points. We'll be right back after this quick break. And we are back from the timeout. Eric Brett's here with you for the final 1:46 of the first half. 36-28, the Ospreys hold the lead. Not much else you can say about Jonathan Azoro in this first half. He's really done it all in the paint, defensively. 12 points, 4-5 from the field, 4-4 from the line, and 5 rebounds. Well on his way to a double-double if he could keep that going. And now we'll see Rutgers-Newark. Here's Jenkins-Floyd trying to hit Levi Holton. Holton from the free throw line back out. And now here's Travis Miles trying to turn the corner on Katie and Dawkins. There's Jonathan Azoro there backside. Azoro coming up with his 3rd block. I believe it only says 2 on the stats, but I'm almost positive it's 3. Now here's Godwin. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sends a floater up, and there's Travis Miles over everybody. Throwing that putback back in. Now 36-30 with 1:15 to go. And a reminder that both teams are in the bonus. Any fouls, they're going to the free throw line. Ospreys will work for a good possession as they're working against the zone. Finds Campbell. Campbell trying to throw it up, loses possession of it. Looking for a foul call. And we're under a minute now. We're at 50 seconds as Jenkins-Floyd has it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Levi Holton. Now back out to Jenkins-Floyd. Godwin in the corner against Campbell. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jenkins-Floyd now with it. Finds Holton. He's got to put it up. Throws up a prayer, and that one just short, but it falls out of the hands of DJ Campbell. That's one he's going to want back, as it's going to be a Rutgers-Newark ball. And they're trying to figure out if it hit the rim. I'm almost positive it did. So they're going to reset it to 20. 25 seconds on the game clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Rutgers-Newark taking it out from under the Osprey basket. 5-second differential, I should say. And that was a nice move by Bowen. Someone came in and swatted that away. Shot clock off with 14 seconds. Ospreys will more than likely hold for the last shot of the first half. Here's Dawkins. And a deep shot from Campbell that goes just as the half expires. DJ Campbell gets his first 3-pointer to go. He's 1 for 4 now from 3-point land. And that'll take us right into half. What a way to end it. 39-30, Ospreys on top. We will take a short break. It'll be a 15-minute halftime intermission. And it is Jonathan Azoro at half leading the way with 12 points. As for Rutgers-Newark, it's Holton and Godwin tied for the team lead in points with 9 each. My name is Eric Bretz, and I will be joined by John Leone in the second half. Please stay with us. Sure, this is going to be a good one coming down to the end. What's up, Maxie? Yeah. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the second half of action between Stockton Ospreys and the Rutgers-Newark Scarlet Raiders. I am excited to be joined once again by John Leon, partner from the women's game from earlier before. We saw that one was a 51-45 win for Stockton. In the first half of this one, Jonathan Azoro leading all point scorers with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, 4 of 5 from the field, and 4 from the free throw line, excuse me. And it was also Levi Holton for Rutgers-Newark leading the way for them with 9 points, 1 rebound, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So we get set for the second half here, and should be a good one. The Ospreys got out to a 9-point lead to end the first half. Of course, it was DJ Campbell with a dagger from deep with just seconds to go to extend the lead to 9. And we are here to start the second half. Jenkins Floyd. They're moving the ball quick to start. And here's Travis Miles getting it back to Jenkins Floyd. Screen coming from Marshall.
Trying to get into Calvin Marshall, but Jonathan Azoro's a little bit wider body on him, keeping him out of there.
Yeah. Oh, that should be his charge, and it is. He dropped his shoulder. Levi Holton doesn't like the call, but it is the right call by the referee.
Kion Flanders, that's what he does.
That's his bread and butter right there.
Reigning NJAC Defensive Player of the Year, and you can see why.
Yep. Big role in their Sweet 16 run from last year.
Yeah, he just reads players, reads the situation so well.
Now here's Dawkins. Jenkins Floyd guarding him tightly, gets it up to Azoro. Here's Angelov back to Dawkins. Trying to hit Azoro in the post, it looked like. Now here's Campbell, shoots from 3, and that's good.
Just smooth. It doesn't matter where he's from.
Yep, second made three-pointer for the game for DJ Campbell. He's 2 of 5 now. They started off a little streaky with the deep shots he was throwing up, but he's been good to start the half.
Azoro got his hand on it.
Campbell giving it up to Angelov. If that was a clean pass, who knows? That might have been a 3 going up from Angelov. But
I think that's what they were looking for, and Campbell saw him.
Yeah. Jenkins Floyd will pick up his second. And it'll be DJ Campbell to inbound it from his own bench area. 12-point lead now.
Minute and 10 into the second half, and it's up to 12.
Yep. And first half, I mentioned the length for Rutgers-Newark, and I thought that might be a problem for the Ospreys. It was not. Ospreys were out-rebounding them 18-15 beginning of the half. Campbell once again from deep, and they'll give him the 3.
Heat check.
Yep. Thought he might have been foot on the line there, but they'll give it to him.
He had 7 in the first half, and he's got 2 quick 3s.
DJ Campbell walking to the bench with a smile.
Absolutely.
Quick timeout from Rutgers-Newark. It'll be a
30-second timeout.
Yep, 30-second timeout.
18:24 left in the second half, 45-30. Stockton jumped this 15 very quickly.
Oh, yeah. And a few stats from the first half I'd like to go over again is Ospreys had 8 turnovers in the first half. And off those turnovers, there was only 6 points allowed. But compared to Rutgers-Newark's 7 turnovers and 12 points for the Ospreys off those. And one of the big reasons why they're up 9, the Ospreys shooting the ball really well. Almost 52% from field goal range compared to 37% for Rutgers-Newark. And from three-point land, it was 33% for the Ospreys compared to 25%. So that is one of the bigger keys, obviously shooting the ball, but fast break points. First half for the Ospreys 11 to Rutgers-Newark's 2. That's going to be a problem, especially since both teams have had ample amounts of fast break points. Ospreys just defending a little better in those situations. You see why, up 15.
Yeah, we mentioned it in between games that Rutgers-Newark is very long, 6'8". They got 3 or 4 guys that are 6'5", a couple 6'3s. And they got a lot of length. But for some reason, you look at their record, 1-6 and 0-2 in the NJAC, and what you see on the court and what you're seeing on the record doesn't quite match up for some reason.
Correct. And even looking at these guys pregame, it just looked like a much bigger team than the Ospreys. But again, size is not everything.
Stockton proves that year after year.
Yeah.
It's rare that Stockton has anybody 6'5" or better. Get a 6'6" once in a while, but usually they're a wing.
Yeah. You know, Sapp, 6'9", comes off the bench for the Ospreys. And now up top to Tony Godwin, driving in on a Zorro. And it was Campbell who doubled. Not sure if the double was needed. Gets it to Travis Miles. Shot from the baseline off. Dawkins able to keep it in play. Now here's Campbell coming the other way. Pull up from deep. And that goes. DJ Campbell lighting it up to start the half.
Third straight 3.
Wow.
And he gets on a roll like that. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Yeah. You can count that as a 4th straight 3 if you count the one before the half.
That was a bet from about 45 feet away.
Now Kelvin Marshall passing out of the post. Tony Godwin now. Campbell trying to get the steal.
It's a 9-0 run for the Ospreys out of the break.
Godwin for 3. He's been good, and that one just off.
Nice box out by Dawkins.
And that's part of the reason why length doesn't really matter as much. You get guys like Cadian Dawkins coming in at 6'2", and out-rebounding a guy like Travis Miles at 6'5".
And Campbell just got fouled on a 3-point attempt.
So he'll go to the line for 3.
Tony Godwin got him on the arm.
First trip to the line for him tonight. Leading point scorer for the Ospreys, and of course reigning NJAC Player of the Week, as I've mentioned multiple times.
Well, when you're used to shooting threes and stuff like that, after a while you got to start guarding them from 35 out.
Yeah.
Any normal human being, you'd let him go, but DJ Campbell's not. I'd say he's not human, but he's a special player.
Yeah,
he really is.
Really is. And he gets the first one to go. 78% free throw shooter on the year.
And he relishes the NJAC games. He's leading the NJAC in scoring at 21.9 a game. He's been in better just in conference games alone at 23.5. So he actually rises up during conference games.
That's what you love seeing. Those are the ones that count. Not that they all don't matter, but obviously to get to the NCAA tournament, everything you got to win out. You're in conference.
All 12 points by Campbell and start the third quarter or start the second half. Sorry, we're in 2 halves again. I went back to the women's game.
Here's Jenkins Floyd working on Angelov. Throws it up and foul going against Angelov. That'll be his second. Yep. He's got 7 points to go along with it. But Shahid Jenkins Floyd earns himself another trip to the line. He'll be shooting his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
He paid for that one a little bit too. He landed on that right hip after he hit the deck. The floor does not give well.
Short on the first. And I've mentioned his struggles from the free throw line this season. He was 2 for 2 prior to this trip. Now looking to go 1 for 2.
Scarlet Raiders need something because they're in danger of getting run out of the building here.
Yep. After a 9-point deficit at the end of the first half, we're already up to 20. Not even 4 minutes into the second half. And of course, DJ Campbell now with 19 points.
Scarlet Raiders in a zone. Looks like a 2-3, 3-2 zone.
Very interesting how the Ospreys play this.
There's how they're going to play it. There's how they're going to play it. Right there.
He cannot be stopped. You can't play a zone against him.
No, you can't.
You cannot play a zone against the Ospreys strictly because DJ Campbell's on the floor.
Because he's got range out to half court just about.
Yeah. Purpose of the zone most of the time is to try to make the other team shoot the ball if they're not shooting the ball terribly well. Levi Holton from outside, that one off the mark. And now we'll see Gaither and Lawrence set to check in. Once again.
Oh boy.
If he made
almost went. That rattled around.
The roof might have come off of this place.
Scott Bitters just said at the scores table, just shaking his head like,
yeah.
And you got a player like that, you just sort of, sit back.
And, you're up 23, still 15 minutes to go. A little fanfare from DJ Campbell right there.
And he's on bad shots he's taking either.
Yeah. For other players, they are.
That's an offensive foul, yep. Kion Flanders got him again.
Yeah. So Flanders was charged with a charge earlier in the game. He's drawn 2 since then. And now a little friendly chant from Osprey faithful. So we'll see Angelov and Azoro sit. Gaither and Lawrence check in.
Tavon Gaither, this is good few minutes for him right here. Up 23.
Yeah.
He's a wide body freshman, and they're expecting big things out of him.
Yep, we'll see what he can do against this zone. It's not exactly a guy you want from outside the arc, obviously, but
No, but he'll be good on that baseline.
exactly. Running that short corner to baseline area. Flanders now, back to Dawkins. Back to Flanders. Flanders from a little deep out, and that's just a little too strong there. Tony Godwin with a nice rebound. Jenkins Floyd now. Back to Godwin. And the only thing that I see wrong with Rutgers-Newark is I think they're going to try to shoot their way back into this. Nice take by Tony Godwin.
Real nice take there. They need more of that.
But what they don't need is forced-up threes.
Coming up on the 15-minute mark, Flanders misses another three.
It's kind of what you're starting to see from the Ospreys. I don't remember last time they shot a two-pointer. And Jenkins Floyd now hits from the wing. And he's got 6.
And Scott Bittner wants a timeout. He's not happy with the way this is going right now.
And he will get it. And not that they can't shoot the three, but you definitely can't live and die by it.
Nope. And I know what he's staying right now. This is time and score.
Yep.
You're up almost 20 points. You're up 18 points right now with 14 minutes left. And the last thing you want to do is get in a track meet with Rutgers-Newark.
Correct.
And that's exactly what the Scarlet Raiders want to do.
Yeah.
They want to push the issue, push the pace, and get back in this game. Stockton has to be a little more disciplined than this.
Yep. And they got a decent lead with still 14:43 to go.
There's a lot of time to play here.
Second half, yeah. And, I mean, to start the second half, they're shooting 57%, so It's not a whole lot you can say, but it's 4 for 7, and I'm almost positive they're all from DJ Campbell.
I would think so.
Yeah.
He had the first 12 points of the half.
Yeah. They only got 15, and he was the initiator to start the second half.
He's got all 15 points in the second half. There's 39-30 at the break.
You are right.
So it's DJ Campbell 15 and Rutgers-Newark 6.
It'll be Rhino Lawrence to take it out. Hits Dawkins, and the zone once again being applied by Rutgers-Newark out of the timeout. Gets inside to Lawrence, back out. Flanders for 3, and that's off.
He's going to hit one of those.
Yeah.
Kion's a pretty good shooter.
Campbell from the baseline, that one just short. Rebounded by Kelvin Marshall. Now Holton coming the other way.
Again, that wasn't a bad look either from Campbell. It was only about 12 feet away. He had a nice look off the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and you'll notice the defender in his face doesn't really seem to bother him too much. And here's Jenkins Floyd trying to make something happen. Gets stripped by Flanders. And we'll see if they settle it or push the issue. Send it across for Lawrence.
That's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
And that'll be 4 on Lawrence.
Right you are. 4
He's got to come out.
7 points for Rhino Lawrence.
Milo De Los Santos will come in for Lawrence. Couple substitutions for Rutgers-Newark. Tyrone Bowens, 6'8". And Aniz Rahim, 6'2", sophomore. Along with Jordan Salisbury, 6'3", senior. So 3 new bodies into the game for the Raiders. And Dawkins comes out too.
Once again, I'd really like to see the matchup between Bowens and Gaither. Gaither held his own the first time in the first half with this matchup. We'll see how it fares this time around. Obviously giving up some height. Probably not giving up too much weight if I had to guess, though.
No, he's strong.
And Bowens gets inside and one. So right off the bat, we see that matchup go to work, and now Azoro is going to be checking in.
Yep. And Rutgers-Newark's on a little bit of a run here now.
Nice bucket right there from Tyrone Bowens. Gaither will take a seat. And it'll be Azoro to check in.
Yep.
Can't imagine Bowens too happy about that. I'm sure he wanted to go to work on the freshman a little bit.
Yeah, he got positioned in their lane there, and Gaither couldn't go with him.
Yep. And second one goes as well.
Leads down to 15 right now. So it looks like Angelov will take over at point guard for right now, with Dawkins on the bench.
Yeah, they got De Los Santos, Angelov, Flanders, Campbell, and Azoro out there. It's Ayala, Jenkins, Floyd. That shot short, rebounded by Azoro.
Flanders wide open.
Once again.
Good offensive rebound.
Nice rebound.
Kept it going by Milo De Los Santos.
Shot clock reset. Now here's De Los Santos hitting Angelov. In the middle is Campbell. Cross court is Flanders. He likes to drive in this time.
Yep. Flanders will get the offensive foul.
Yeah, and that's partially what happens when the last 4 shots were 3-pointers that you missed. You want to drive in, but it's a little aggressive that time.
That's 3 on Flanders.
Yeah, that's 3. So
he's really got to be careful.
Yep. 13 minutes to go still.
There's a key cog right there, Kylan Flanders with his defense.
Jenkins Floyd getting some pressure. Hits Salisbury. Back to Jenkins Floyd. And now a zone from the Ospreys. Salisbury in the middle could take the jumper. He does, and that one nowhere near on the mark, as that's a head scratcher for Rutgers-Newark's coach. De Los Santos thought about it.
He tried to get into Zorro.
Wow, they're going to say that.
Yeah, it did. It went off Jonathan Zorro's leg.
Okay.
Looked like it went right between his legs, but
he's going to get right in the huddle with those refs.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously he's against that call. Referee right there saw it a little clearer.
Yeah, I thought it did.
And now it'll be Russell Ayala giving it up to Jenkins Floyd.
Stockton needs a stop here. They haven't scored in a couple of minutes. And Scarlet Raiders have jumped on them a little bit.
And if you realize, it was when Campbell stopped hoisting up those threes, they stopped scoring. Now we'll see what they could do.
That's a bad pass.
Nice, bad pass, but a nice anticipation there from Flanders. Now here's Campbell getting doubled into Azoro. Azoro bodies Bowens, goes up, gets stuffed by the rim, and it's going to stay here. I believe they're going to say it went off Godwin.
Yeah, Zorro tried to clear out some space, dropped the shoulder a little bit, get some space on Bowens, but hit the bottom of the rim.
Yeah, those 2 guys got some beef. And, I mean, neither one probably going to move an inch, but...
Ooh, TJ got to take it right out of his hands, but he gets it back.
Campbell, I think he was trying to draw the foul.
And he did get the foul.
He did eventually get the foul. And he looks a little shaken up.
It's a physical game.
Yeah. Glad he's all right. Obviously a very important piece to this offense for Stockton.
Yeah, Joe Loughran's not very happy, the coach of Rutgers-Newark. He's at the half court screaming at the officials. Men let good officials do it. They just let him have his talk, and they're letting him go.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't cross the line, no reason that coach shouldn't be able to speak his mind.
Yep.
Milo De Los Santos gets into Campbell on the block. Trying to throw it up, and they're going to get Jordan Salisbury for a foul. It's going to be his second.
DJ Campbell working his way inside. Using a little bit of that strength of his. You don't really see him go inside, but he can.
Yeah. And we'll see Katie and Dawkins now getting set to check in. I think they might get him for Flanders.
Yep. Looks like it.
Maybe not. Flanders might be, but Flanders does have 3 fouls. It would be understandable that he'd take a seat.
Yeah, 11:56 to play here in the second half. Stockton by 15.
Yeah.
54-39. All 15 points come from DJ Campbell.
And especially with this lead, I think he can afford a few minutes with Flanders on the bench with 3 fouls, but they elect to go with De Los Santos. And it was Campbell who missed the first free throw, so score stays at 54-39, just under 12 minutes.
Campbell, one of the top 5 free throw shooters in the conference.
And gets
the
the second. So
16 second half points, all from DJ Campbell.
See if the Ospreys elect to go man-to-man or zone after the press. And it looks like they're going...
They're going to stay in the zone.
Yeah, they're going zone.
2-3.
Inside to Salisbury. Salisbury working. Throws up a floater blocked by Azoro. And rebound going to go to Angelov.
Jonathan Azoro having himself a good game.
Yeah, really good game. And he'll take the corner 3.
Boy, is he feeling it.
That's short.
If he made that, this place would have gone nuts.
Yep. And that was Jenkins Floyd who stumbled. Maybe a little assistance by a few Ospreys, but no call. And now we'll see the zone defense go to work against the zone offense for Rutgers-Newark. Hasn't been too successful for Rutgers-Newark, I will say.
Stockton back into the man-to-man. Nice pass.
Inside to Jordan Salisbury, doesn't go. Nice work by Azoro getting over and distracting Salisbury. Campbell finds Flanders. Corner for Angelov for 3. No.
Nice ball work. Campbell to Flanders to Angelov.
Yep.
He had a good look at it.
And Rutgers-Newark coming back the other way, but wisely elects to settle it. Now back to man and man. are the Ospreys. Jenkins Floyd trying to find open space. He'll shoot the three, and that'll go. Probably looking for a foul. Probably could have gotten one too, but no call.
Just about the halfway mark here in the second half. 55-42. Stockton up by 13 now.
And set to check in, Jamar Johnson for the Ospreys. Levi Holton for Rutgers-Newark. You can't leave him open usually.
And Stockton is going cold.
Yeah. And that was a free throw shot jumper from Campbell. He's upset with himself that he missed that one. But I'm sure he's one of those guys with the short memory. Just move on to the next one.
Good shooters do that.
And Dawkins, tight defense on Jenkins Floyd. Floyd falls to the ground. Dawkins coming back the other way. Strong take to the rim, and that's going to be Jordan Salisbury's third foul. And to the line is going to be Cadian Dawkins.
He'll shoot two. 9:55 left second half. Stockton by 13, 55-42.
Game is definitely far from over. As Kelvin Marshall will also get set to check in for Rutgers-Newark.
Scarlet Raiders 17 fouls now, so they're over the limit.
Yep.
So it'll be 1-1 for Stockton from a little while.
Travis Miles also checking in. So pretty big squad out there for Rutgers-Newark between Miles, Marshall, Godwin, Holt, and Holton.
Yeah. Campbell, Jamar Johnson in for DJ Campbell to give him a little breather for about a minute.
Yeah, he could use it for sure. And again, with the score where it's at, you don't need him getting tired at the 5-minute mark to go. So I like that.
He'll probably only be sitting about a minute and a half before he gets put back in.
Yeah. So
just enough to catch his breath.
Here's Russell Ayala.
Stockton back in the zone.
I like how they're switching it up.
Nice cross-court pass.
Corner three. Yep. There's Tony Godwin. Gets another one to go.
Nice cross-court pass. And they're within 12.
And there was a nice play design as well. They had Kelvin Marshall screening Cadian Dawkins, who was trying to get out to the three-point line. A little too late.
Rutgers-Newark in the zone now that Campbell's not in.
Inside to Flanders. Back out to Angelov for three. And that's good. Smooth as silk. Martin Angelov.
Nice pass out of the foul line from Kion Flanders right to Angelov. In rhythm and a three.
And now in double digits is Martin Angelov, as we are going to take a quick break with a full timeout coming. 9:15 to go in the game. 60-45, the Ospreys lead with 23 points coming from DJ Campbell. Please enjoy the Stockton cheerleaders at the break. We will take a quick break. Campus of Stockton University. We're at Jerry Matthews Court tonight, I should say.
Here we are. We're back.
And we are back.
9:15 left in the second half. The last three by Martin Angelov was the first point scored by an Osprey other than DJ Campbell here in the second half.
Yep. 21 points for the Ospreys in the second half, 15 for Rutgers-Newark. Rutgers-Newark shooting 37% compared to 44% for the Ospreys. Both teams shooting 38% from beyond the arc for the game now. Oh, a floater to Levi Holton.
Nice alley-oop.
Beautiful alley-oop. He really got up there.
Ayala, beautiful pass.
And the 6-foot sophomore guard out of Paterson, New Jersey. Just shows this entire gym he can flat out fly.
That's a bad entry pass by Dawkins.
Yep, pass tipped, and another turnover for the Ospreys. That's their 12th.
Right now, Lawrence and DJ Campbell at the scorer's table to come back in.
Now here's Russell Ayala. Man-to-man defense for the Ospreys. Tony Godwin hits Ayala. Back to Godwin. He stumbles, throws one up, and that one doesn't go. Rebounded by Kelvin Marshall, and a nice, strong rebound and strong finish by Kelvin Marshall.
Scarlet Raiders are winning 11 now at the 8-minute mark, 60-49.
Kelvin Marshall's first points of the game. Angelov pulls up from three. That one just short. Rebounded by Dawkins. Dawkins gets that one poked away. Goes right to Johnson to Azoro. And Azoro, another 2 points. Up to 14 now.
Little reverse layup.
Career high for Jonathan Azoro. Only 2 points away from tying it. His career high is 16 points.
Little injury timeout. There's a little collision underneath. Levi Holton limping away for the Scarlet Raiders.
Yep, he'll take a seat now. In for him is going to be Shaheed Jenkins-Floyd.
62-49. Azoro now 2 points off his career high of 16 that he set last year.
Only I say only, but 5 rebounds away from tying his career high in rebounds at 11 as well. Currently at 7. Or excuse me, I guess it would be 4 away. It's been a long day.
They all are.
Jenkins-Floyd up top. Gives it to Tony Godwin. Travis Miles working against Campbell. He'll put that one up for 3. Doesn't go.
Long rebound.
Yep. Jenkins-Floyd, probably the smallest guy on the court, grabbing that rebound. And he'll work off the screen from Marshall. Throws it into Marshall. That one's tipped, and it's got to stay here.
Yeah, it'll be out of bounds to the Scarlet Raiders. 8 on the shot clock.
7:07 to go in the remainder of this one. 13-point game. And Jenkins-Floyd inbounds it to Godwin. Godwin throws one up, and that'll go.
Used all the rim and went in.
Tony Godwin now with 16 points.
62-51. Right now Lawrence back into the game with 4 fouls.
Campbell inside to Lawrence. Angelov back to Campbell. To Flanders. They're moving the ball quite well. Campbell will pull from deep. That one off the back iron. And
long rebound for
Head
Flanders.
coach Scott Bittner had his hands on his head that entire time the ball was in the air. I saw him.
Had a good look at it.
I got a feeling he's not a huge fan of those, but as long as they keep going in.
Around and out again. It's a second one.
Yeah, he's had a tough day from beyond the arc. 0 for 6 now, but they're all right there.
All right there.
Jenkins-Floyd now. I think he wants a screen.
It's a big possession here for Scarlet Raiders.
Tony Godwin pulls up from the elbow. That'll go. 18 now.
Okay, single digits. 62-53 coming up on the 6-minute mark.
And now this will be interesting to see when Dawkins checks back in. And we'll see if Campbell becomes a little more assertive like he was to start the half. Flanders once again from 3.
There you go. There you go. That was a big one.
Yeah. I'll say that again.
He's had great looks. A couple rimmed out, and that one finally went down.
Yeah.
That's a huge basket for the Ospreys.
1,000-point score for the Ospreys. Only with 5 points tonight. He's been held in check. But, of course, he's not worried about that. He's a real good defender, as we mentioned. Been drawing a few charges. That's Ayala giving it up to Godwin. Godwin driving in. Nice spin move. Throws it up, and it's going to be a charge.
Again.
And there's Flanders.
Kion Flanders with the 3 fouls.
Yeah,
like I said, picks his spots.
Yeah.
He doesn't take them just to take them.
That's another big thing. He's playing with 3 fouls, and to have the guts to even step in the way of that, to possibly get your 4th if the refs see it a different way, that's really nice job there from Kion Flanders.
5:24 left second half. Stockton by 12, 65-53. Big sequence of events there. 3 by Flanders, and then he draws the offensive foul.
Yeah. And we'll see Kion Flanders now taking it up.
Yep.
Right now Lawrence playing with 4 fouls. Sends it to Campbell. Angelov pulls up from the baseline. Not short. Jenkins-Floyd with the rebound.
I think like Stockton's getting real good looks.
Yeah.
Nothing's forced.
And a timeout by the Scarlet Raiders with 5:03 to go in the second half. It is 65-53. And we will take a quick break here. Please stay with us for the rest of this action. We'll be right back. Back here at Jerry Matthews Court with 5:03 remaining in the game. Ospreys hold a 65-53 lead with a little over 5 minutes to go. And DJ Campbell tonight, what else could you say? 5 for 10 from beyond the arc. And he started off the second half with 15 straight points. And that's the reason that this game probably isn't a little closer. The remaining few minutes of this one should be a really good, highly contested last few minutes. Last few minutes as Godwin takes a shot. That one off the mark. Angelov coming down with a rebound.
Stockton has to be smart now. They really have to take their time and get shots like that.
And there's Jonathan Azora once again.
Just tied his career high with 16. And he's been the star of the game. You say what you want about DJ Campbell, but without Jonathan Azora, they're not in this game.
Correct, and he's playing a huge role not only offensively, but look at how well he's guarding the post right there. He's not giving up an inch, and Kelvin Marshall, he's not going to kill you from the offensive end, but really nice defense from. Wow.
Good answer right there.
Yeah. Shaheed Jenkins Floyd, and it is now cut down to a 9-point lead.
4 minutes.
Or excuse me, 11-point lead.
Why? Ooh, nice ball fake.
Gets the blow by. Kicks it across to Angelo for three. That one's short.
And Azora with an offensive rebound. We just talked about him.
Yep. 8th rebound of the night. Now only 3 rebounds away from tying a career high. Campbell inside to Lawrence. Lawrence back to
nice
Campbell.
look off.
I'd like to see Lawrence turn and shoot that though.
Campbell. Count it.
And one jumper. You don't see that every day. DJ Campbell has been a one-man show tonight. And that's his 25th point of this contest, going for 26.
And think about this. He had 7 at the break and really wasn't shooting that well.
No.
And he is just exploded in the second half.
We'll see what he can do from the line. 4-5 to this point, and
they're going to get a lane violation against Stockton.
All right.
Right now, Lawrence jumped in there just a little too early.
So we'll see.
That foul shot won't count.
Katie and Dawkins will check in. It'll be for Lawrence. And I don't know if you saw or anyone else watching this saw, but when Lawrence got that ball in the middle, not that you shouldn't be looking to DJ Campbell to pass the ball to, but he wasn't even turning and facing,
He could easily have a 15 foul line jumper.
Yeah, I mean, but maybe that's not the shot he wants to take. He wants to give it to Campbell, fine, but at least threaten to shoot,
3.5 left second half.
Ayala gets it to Miles. Now to Godwin. He gets stripped on the way in. There's DJ Campbell once again. Must have went off Godwin's leg.
He's not just an offensive player. He can play defense too.
Yep. Tyrone Bowens checking in for Kelvin Marshall. And now we'll see Azoro and Bowens go head-to-head in the paint area.
Rutgers-Newark is sort of laying back. They're going to let Stockton just inbound it.
Yeah.
No pressure.
And Dawkins, again, wide open in the middle. I'd be surprised if he doesn't turn around and shoot this one.
He'll go down the lane.
Wow.
Oh, nice pick.
Beautiful pick from Russell Ayala.
Very athletic. Picking off that pass right to the foul line.
Yeah.
Read it perfectly.
And it's Levi Holton set to check in for the Scarlet Raiders as Jenkins Floyd launches from deep, and that goes. He's been pretty big the last few minutes for the Scarlet Raiders.
And it's a 10-point game.
Yeah.
2:52 left in the second half.
12 points now for Shaheed Jenkins-Floyd.
Scarlet Raiders just won't go away. Right to the end, they're going to fight.
Angelov.
Thought he had a three, pulled it back out.
Yep. They'll look inside for Dawkins, and you see he turns right away. Back out to Flanders for three, and he'll shoot that
There you
one.
go.
Only need one to go to start feeling himself. Kyle Flanders now gets his second.
Well, if he's going to have those wide open looks, take them.
Yep.
72-59, 2:25 left. And a timeout by Rutgers-Newark.
And I believe we'll see Levi Holton and Rhino Lawrence in for their respective teams after this timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout with 2:21 to go in the game. It is a 13-point game.
Just shows you about the toughness of Kion Flanders, where really wasn't having a good shooting night.
Yeah.
But it didn't deter him. Had the wide open looks. Kept letting him go. A couple rattled in and out. But he's hit his last two now.
Yeah. Next play mentality. And honestly, it's been a pretty good half for Rutgers-Newark shooting the ball. They're shooting 50% from the field, 11 for 22.
Stockton's just shooting better.
Yeah. I mean,
that's all it is.
It's not even from the field that they're shooting better. They're shooting lights out from the three-point line.
This is very reminiscent of the Rowan-Stockton game earlier this year, where both teams shot very well, but Rowan just went off the charts. I believe shot almost 58% for the game.
Yeah.
And Stockton put 98 points up and lost.
Yeah. I mean, that was obviously a big key to that game. You're not going to let up 109 points and still win the game, more than likely. But
well, when you have a team that just shoots that well,
yeah.
You tip your cap and you move on. There's not much else you can do about it.
Yeah, and I'm sure the Ospreys are definitely looking forward to the next matchup in Glassboro later this year.
2:21 left in the second half, 72-59. Stockton leads. Rutgers-Newark will be back on the air Saturday afternoon, Eric and myself. The women and men will take on William Patterson. Stockton women will play at 1 o'clock, and the Stockton men will play at 3. They should be two very good matchups.
Yeah. And as for Rutgers-Newark, on Saturday, they'll be on the road, also joining the women's squad for Rutgers-Newark, and they'll be taking on the number 10 team in the NJAC. That's Rutgers-Camden. Both teams for men's and women's are winless in conference for Rutgers-Newark and Rutgers-Camden.
Well, 2:20 left in the second half, and Stockton's trying to keep the Scarlet Raiders winless in conference.
Yep. See what happens. Ayala back to Jenkins-Floyd, looking for a screen from Bowens.
They need to put a shot up quickly.
And yeah, off that screen, he's looking for the three. Ayala will rise up. That won't go. That's Campbell with the rebound with 2 minutes on the clock.
There you go. Scott Bittner just held up his hand. Katie and Dawkins, take your time.
Yeah. You want to bleed out as much of this clock as you can. No sense in rushing your... Oh.
That was a lazy pass by Flanders. He's looking at DJ Campbell like, you got to move.
Yeah, and
can't be having that. No freebies.
No. But as I said, there's no point in hoisting a three-pointer up with 20 seconds still on the shot clock.
No.
I'm sure you want to work that down a little bit. Campbell.
Except when you're DJ Campbell.
Will shoot from well outside the arc, and Angelov is trying to get it off of Godwin's foot. Goes back. Rutgers-Camden. Jenkins-Floyd short on the three. Angelov with the rebound. Now here's Flanders, and again, Flanders will settle it.
Oop.
So he'll take the foul, hard foul, from Shaheed Jenkins-Floyd, as he might have gotten popped a little bit.
Yeah, there was a collision. I think there was an elbow.
Yeah.
Inadvertent elbow to Shaheed Jenkins, caught right in the chops.
So it'll be Flanders going to the line. First time to the line for him tonight.
Yep. 10 team fouls for the Scarlet Raiders, so these will be 2 shots for the Ospreys. With 1:25 left and up 13, 72-59.
And Flanders shooting 63% from the line this year.
Jamar Johnson waiting to come back in. I'm thinking he'll come in for Martin Angelov.
Yeah, more than likely. I think just based on the defense that he brings. Not that Angelov can't defend, but obviously as a guard, Johnson is a much better defender.
Yeah, and that's who he's coming in for. Because you'd have to think the Scarlet Raiders is just going to fire up threes now, and Stockton will let them have the easy two.
But I got to think Angelov's going to be right near Bittner.
Oh, yeah. Little offense, defense. Yep.
Correct.
Good call.
And he will.
As Flanders makes the second.
Gets him to go. And
73-59, minute and a quarter left.
I'll let the ball travel as far as possible without that clock starting. Now it will. And now here's Jenkins Floyd working the baseline against Flanders. Gets it up to Tony Godwin. Godwin driving in. Good look, but just short on the attempt. Tries to throw it back up. That one finds nothing but air, and Lawrence coming down with a nice rebound and fouled by Tyrone Bowens.
And that should just about do it.
And he is slow to get up again. Be interesting to see if this affects Saturday's game against William Patterson, but Rhino Lawrence taking a few tough falls to the ground during this one.
Rhino Lawrence will go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah.
And he should just about lock it up with 1:06 left.
Should. It's 2 for 2 from the line.
73-59. Stockton will come away with their 7th win of the season, 3rd in the NJAC.
And what else can you say about DJ Campbell and Jonathan Azoro?
Oh.
Both huge impacts for their teams, or for their team.
Azoro kept them in the first half with 12 points and 5 rebounds and a couple blocks, and then DJ Campbell just went out of his mind to start the second half.
Yep, and a quiet first half, which you don't see a lot from him. He made sure everybody knew exactly who he was as he stepped back on the floor for the second half. And he reminded everyone, I guess you could say.
He reminded everybody why he's a player of the year.
Correct. Lawrence gets that one to go. And Jenkins Floyd will take it up with a little pressure from Stockton. No,
just token pressure.
Yeah, and they just don't want him rolling the ball up half the court, I think.
No.
As we're under a minute now. Tony Godwin, that's well within his range, and he'll get that to go.
Yep.
Godwin up to 21 points now. He's had a real nice game, 9 of 18 from the field, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Now Rutgers-Newark with some pressure.
Yeah, maybe a little too late.
Waited till the last minute of play before they put the pressure on.
And now Dawkins.
Now they'll foul Dawkins.
Yep. Dawkins, really good free throw shooter in his own right. 2 of 3 so far here tonight.
39.2 seconds left, 74-62 Stockton.
And more than likely, it's going to be Stockton's 7th win.
Shaheed Jenkins Floyd just fouled out of the game.
And maybe they're getting, not sure if it's a timeout that was called or they're just having a little.
No, you're allowed 15 seconds to replace the player that fouled out. And a lot of coaches like to take advantage of it and throw a last little play in there.
So the Ospreys are going to go 7-1 to start the year after the win tonight. They're going to be 3-1 in conference. And they're currently at number 4. They need one of the top 3 to lose. Both are top 3 in front of them are all undefeated in conference. As for Rutgers-Newark, they will fall to 1-7, 0-3 in conference, and they will battle out the 10th spot in conference with Rutgers-Camden on Saturday.
Katie Dawkins makes the first. It's 5 points for him. The opening spurt of the second half was the difference in this game.
Correct. And that was all DJ Campbell.
Yep.
Straight 15 points out of locker room. Now Ayala getting a pick from Bowens. Elects not to use it. Finds Bowens down low. And that won't go. Flanders.
And that'll do it.
Rebound with 25 seconds to go. And what a win here. Ospreys, they were in a comfortable lead, but they definitely had to battle for it.
Yes, they did.
The final here is 75-62 as the Stockton Ospreys sweep the Rutgers-Newark Scarlet Raiders in the men's and women's game here tonight. Next game for the Ospreys is going to be right here on Saturday versus William Patterson University. Women's game will be at 1, men's at 3. And as for Rutgers-Newark, they'll be on the road Saturday at 3 to take on Rutgers-Camden. Same thing for them, women's at 1, men's at 3. My name is Eric Bretz alongside John Leone. Final here, 75-62 from Jerry Matthews Court in Galloway, New Jersey. Hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and go Ospreys.